Hello everyone, this is Catherine A.G., aka Nerdgirlism, here again with another Throwback Thursday vlog for y'all. And the topic of today's Throwback Thursday is 7th grade. A lot happened in this year because this was the year that I moved. When I did move, it was during the whole election fiasco. So I remember that being on the news a lot. And there was actually a huge ice storm in Texas. So, at the time, we had a lot of pet fish, and they actually got frozen, and we couldn't save them because it was a big, huge tank, and we had quite a few fish, and they all died during the ice storm, because we couldn't take them to the hotel just to save them. I remember even while moving, this storm was going on. And I remember just seeing on the news all the stuff about the election. Because no one knew who won for like months and months. I remember that. My mom had her first stroke in, was it 2000? Yeah, 2000, right before we moved. Couple months before we moved. I don't remember the exact date. I remember though she was reading us Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and during it she just started slurring her words and couldn't read anymore. So I went to get my dad, and it turns out she had a stroke. She recovered from that one pretty well and pretty fast though. But then in 2001, I think it was more during like the spring or summer, she had another stroke that was more debilitating. She had to use a wheelchair and walker and couldn't drive after that. But I remember one big thing was when I turned 13, my mom took me, especially on a special occasion, to see a PG-13 movie for my birthday. I remember we saw Meet the Parents. It was a January release, I guess. Maybe it was released a little bit earlier, but I saw it for my 13th birthday. Earlier in 2000 was when I really got deep into Star Wars. I was Princess Leia that Halloween before we moved. So that was like one of my favorite costumes. I saw pictures of it. How we did the buns was we got a headband, put fake hair on the headband, and then made, not a headband, earmuffs. And then over the muffs we put, the earmuff things, we put fake hair on there too to make the buns. And it works really well. It was kind of like if you've ever seen Spaceballs, it was like that whole scene. I could have used earphones, I guess. That just reminds me of that now. But, and my sister was a witch. So, yeah. I remember in 7th grade, though, before I moved, I had one of the coolest English teachers. He was, I don't remember his name, but he was really young. I remember he was ginger and had glasses. And one of his requirements was that we keep a journal every day. And I loved writing, so I love that part of it. And I wrote a lot about Star Wars because I was getting into it, like I said. And this teacher, he loved Star Wars. He was a huge nerd. So, I mean, he was one of my favorite teachers ever. I wish I could remember his name, but can't remember his name. When I moved, though, it was horrible. I had a really rough time trying to make friends. Down here in Texas, it seems a lot more cliquey than up there. I'm sure there were preppy people in Virginia too, but we didn't call them preps like they did down here. It was like the kind of insulting name for the rich kids was preps. and they did not want to be my friends, so, yeah, I just didn't really fit in for a long time. A couple of years here in Texas, I just didn't really fit in. It was pretty hard. But I did have a few friends. I remember in 7th grade, one sleepover I was invited to, we watched the movie Death Becomes Her. This is the first time I saw that. And I love that movie now. That was the first time I saw that. But what I'm definitely going to talk about for a while is in 7th grade. Yeah, right before we moved. I had what I consider my first date. I don't know if the guy considers them his first date or whatever, but I do. Because, excuse me, A, I'm a girl. B, I was 12 at the time, so that was like awesome to me. And also I had been having a crush on this guy since even before puberty, because I just admired him a lot. I'm not gonna say his name, so I won't embarrass them, and but I'm sure that some people will know who it is. But whatever, I'm gonna tell the story anyway, because nothing bad happened then. It's just a story. Right before I was about to move, he asked me if I wanted to go see the movie Charlie's Angels. Turns out I think our parents kind of set it up because they knew I was upset about moving, and they probably knew I had a huge crush on this guy. So it was kind of set up. And it wasn't really a date because his younger brother and my younger sister also went. But in the theater, they didn't sit with us. They sat like farther away. But it was like a little date for them too, which was probably pretty cool. I don't know. I think it was cool. But anyways, I can hear the food carts are almost here. Oops. Let me move some of this stuff. Okay. And I asked for just a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Is that what they give me? And sour cream.
Give you you asked for a what?
A grilled cheese sandwich, tomato soup, and sour cream.
And then give you the sour cream and the tomato soup.
Okay.
I'll see.
Okay. Thank you. Anyways, so anyways, we went to go see Charlie's Angels. I remember being very excited and getting dressed up. I don't remember even what I wore or anything, but I remember that I, was just super nervous the whole time. I didn't really know what to talk about. I just tried to be cool about it. Thankfully it's a movie, so most of the time you're pretty quiet during the movie, so it's not like I felt pressure to talk. If I had to do it over again, I definitely would be more talkative, more out there, more expressive, because I really liked this guy, and I was just so nervous, but nowadays I know to kind of fight through that and make yourself appealing. Don't be quiet. I would have talked a lot more. I can't remember if I did or not. Maybe I did. I just remember being nervous, to be honest. I just wanted to impress him and hope that he had a good time because, like, I still admire him, definitely. And even though I don't really know him as an adult, he's been very successful. And I just admire it so much, to be honest. But, I found out, like, during the next year, I think, that he actually was in a relationship then with one of my best friends before I moved. So that, like, crushed me. It really hurt. It's kind of, I know it's stupid, but, you know, if I had stayed there, I definitely, I think, would have tried more to have a relationship. Because seriously, I really, 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 really like this guy. Like, I was so religious at the time, and I, like, prayed about him liking me back. So, you do things like that when you're young. So, I don't know. I still think about it sometimes. You know, or what if I hadn't moved? That kind of stuff. It just makes me sad sometimes. Anyways, I'm not gonna get emotional. That's ridiculous. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, leave comments, share if you want, subscribe to my channel, please, because I make new videos daily. I try to every day. If I don't make a video for some reason, I'm probably sick or in the hospital. So, yeah, just